Summary and analysis of The Death of a Loved One by Jon Fosse. The Death of a Loved One by Jon Fosse is a deeply emotional and introspective novel that explores the complex nature of grief, loss, and the passage of time. The story follows the protagonist, a man who is mourning the death of someone he loved deeply. Through a series of fragmented thoughts, memories, and reflections, the novel delves into the inner turmoil of the character as he tries to cope with the overwhelming pain and confusion that death brings. The novel is written in a sparse, minimalist style, which reflects the emotional austerity of the protagonist's experience. Fosse's writing style is deliberate and measured, creating an atmosphere that mirrors the protagonist's psychological state. The narrative unfolds in a slow, almost dreamlike pace, drawing the reader into a world where the boundaries between past and present blur, and the process of mourning becomes all-encompassing. One of the central themes of the book is the idea of presence and absence. The character grapples with the absence of the loved one, yet their presence lingers in his thoughts and memories. This tension between the physical absence and the emotional presence of the deceased is what drives the character's internal dialogue and reflections throughout the novel. Fosse's writing explores the paradox of loss, the way a person can be both gone and still profoundly present in one's life. Another important theme is the passage of time. Time in this novel is not linear, but rather cyclical, with memories and moments from the past constantly resurfacing. The protagonist seems trapped in a repetitive loop, unable to move forward or escape the constant reminders of his loss. This cyclical nature of time reflects the way grief often feels. It doesn't follow a clear path, but instead, it ebbs and flows in unpredictable waves. The characters in The Death of a Loved One are not deeply fleshed out in the traditional sense. Instead, they exist more as symbols or representations of the emotional landscape the protagonist inhabits. The loved one, for example, is often referred to in vague terms, almost as if they are a reflection of the protagonist's grief rather than a fully realized person. This lack of character development might seem unusual to some readers, but it serves a purpose. Fosse isn't interested in creating fully developed characters, but in exploring the emotional and psychological impacts of loss in a raw, unfiltered way. One of the most powerful aspects of Fosse's novel is its ability to convey the depth of grief without relying on conventional narrative techniques. The sparse, fragmented prose mirrors the fragmented nature of the protagonist's thoughts and emotions. The novel doesn't offer neat resolutions or clear answers about grief. Instead, it embraces the complexity and ambiguity of the experience. This makes the book both challenging and rewarding to read. On a deeper level, The Death of a Loved One can be seen as a commentary on human existence itself. The inevitability of death, the fragility of life, and the way in which we cling to memories and the past are all explored in subtle, thought-provoking ways. It's a book that doesn't just deal with grief in a personal sense, but also engages with broader existential questions about what it means to live and to lose. In analyzing the strengths of the book, one can certainly appreciate Fosse's unique ability to capture the nuances of human emotion with such minimalistic language. The novel's emotional impact is undeniable, as it resonates with anyone who has experienced the loss of a loved one or the uncertainty that accompanies it. Its simplicity is its power. Through minimalism, the author is able to convey the vastness of grief, making it relatable and universal. However, some readers might find the lack of traditional narrative structure challenging. The fragmented style and abstract nature of the text could be off-putting to those who prefer more conventional storytelling. Additionally, the novel's slow pace may cause some to lose interest before reaching its emotional payoff. When considering the connection to real-life issues, Fosse's exploration of loss mirrors the experience many face when grieving. The feelings of emptiness, confusion, and being stuck in time are all emotions that resonate with anyone who has experienced the death of a loved one. In that way, the book serves not only as a fictional exploration, but also as a reflection of the universal human condition. The novel also raises important questions about how we deal with loss in society. In a world where we often try to move past grief as quickly as possible, Fosse's novel challenges us to slow down, reflect, and truly engage with the pain of loss. It asks the reader to consider whether it is possible to truly move on from grief or if we are always, in some way, haunted by the absence of those we love. In conclusion, the death of a loved one is a profound and haunting exploration of grief and loss. Fosse's minimalist prose and fragmented narrative style create a deeply immersive experience that captures the essence of what it feels like to mourn. While the book may not appeal to everyone due to its unconventional style, its emotional depth and philosophical insights make it an important read for those willing to reflect on the complexities of human emotion and the inevitable nature of death. If you enjoyed this analysis, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay updated on more insightful book reviews. We'll be back with more reviews in the future. Thanks for watching, and remember, take the time to engage with your own emotions, as they may reveal much about your life and your journey through it.